Thanks very much for being here, everyone. Now, you may notice something a little strange. You came here to see the Irwins feed the crocs, but you've only got one. But there it is for a good reason. Because you may have heard, but Indy has got a little baby. Isn't that exciting? How good? I'm an uncle now. So, of course, there's a lot that goes along with having a little bub, and thankfully I was able to get away and feed some crocs, but grandma, mum, dad, everyone's kind of hunkered down and taking care of little bub. We're all just taking turns. It's such an exciting time though. Grace is the most gorgeous little baby you've ever seen, and what a cool name. What an amazing middle name, Warrior. My middle name's Clarence. Why didn't I get a cool name like that? Well, look out, here comes Robert Clarence. That's a bit lame. So, I mean, it's a cool name. Anyone named Clarence, it's an awesome name. But, yeah, Robert Clarence, I don't know. Grace Warrior, that's the way to go. Anyway, yeah, it's a really, really cool time, and I'm just beaming with excitement to be an uncle, and I just cannot wait for the day that we can finally bring her in here, hopefully, and feed crocs with her. We might wait a little bit, because we don't have the best track record with feeding crocs with infants in the Croc-Museum, so we might wait a little bit, but it's going to be awesome. So, today, it's all about crocs, and it's all about teaching you guys basically how to coexist with one of the most incredible honed predators on the planet. And today we've got a very special crocodile for you. We've got Murray. And Murray, he's been with us for a really long time, and he's always just been an absolute firecracker. He's getting some size on him. He's a big boy, but he's just never lost that speed. He's always been a really lightning fast croc. Anyway, without further ado, let's head up to the big screen and let's watch Murray coming out. Yeah, he's keen.
Look at that.
Now, crocodiles, they're poikilothermic, they're ectotherm, so being cold-blooded means the warmer the day, the more keen they are. So when it's a sunny day like this, it's a really, really good show usually for you guys. Now, my job today is going to be showing you basically what not to do in croc territory. And the first rule that I can impart onto you guys is this. This is safe, and this is not safe. There you go, that's it. That's about all you really have to know when you're in croc territory. Just don't go close to the water, and whatever you do, if you're up in North Queensland, anywhere you find crocs, never go in the water with a crocodile, because that is the ultimate danger zone. Crocs, for 200 million years, have been hunting in the water and at the water's edge, and they are the perfectly evolved predator. You can see Murray here making his way out. Notice how he's a croc, he's probably 14 foot long, and he's not making a single ripple on the surface. He's just sneaking up, he's honing in on these vibrations that I'm making as I stamp around, and it gets him very, very angry. But he's starting to line up for that strike, he's starting to think about it, grab some food. Alright, now, he's lining up for that strike, planting his feet. Here we go. Go, Muzz. Good boy. I'll see you, boy. Nice, Murray. How good is that? Isn't he a great croc? He's just a gorgeous, gorgeous crocodile. I reckon Murray is just the poster child for what a perfect croc should be. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get him across this creek here. Come, mate. Come, mate. Good boy. See that on land? See how slow he is? But once he's back in the water, that is where he's quick. Come, mate. Come, mate. Good boy. Alright, that's some food. Now, I'll show you another strike from the water's edge here. Keep in mind, he can hit that back fence in one motion if he wants to. So if I sound nervous, it's because I am. Good boy, right up here, mate. Nice, Murray. Good boy. Lovely fish. Alright, mate. Now, when he closes his jaws, not only does he have some beautiful teeth, Croc's going to have well over 60 teeth in that head, but it's the jaw pressure that's the secret to his success. He's got about 3,000 to 5,000 pounds per square inch of closing jaw pressure. So that means when he grabs hold of an animal, there's really no hope for it. Alright, I'm going to show you another technique that crocodiles can use. This is a little different. This is what we call the tailwalk. It's something that they first start using from a little hatchling to grab any little animal that's silly enough to hang over the surface of the water. But they use this technique for their entire lives. And a croc of Murray's size, he'd be looking at larger food items, birds, bats. Here you go, mate. Good boy, Murray. He's nice and gentle today. Isn't he cool? Gonna work that down. Here you go, big boy. Here you go, mate. Here you go, mate. Notice when he surfaces, he's got his eyes, his nose and his ears above the surface. Here you go. Nice, Murray. Now, we got his favourite here. We got a nice, juicy rat burger, fresh from Crikey Cafe. Absolutely delicious. We call them chicken burgers. Here you go. Good job, Muzzy. Nice one. Alright, mate. Now, here, I want to show you one more strike with Murray and give you an idea of Murray's top speed out on land. Thanks, mate. Now, in the water, again, that's where his poetry in motion. He lines up for the strike, and it's that initial hit. That initial hit, being nice and slow. Come on, Muzzy. But once he's out on land, he loses that element of surprise very, very quickly. Good job, Murray. Nice one, mate. Isn't he just a gorgeous croc? I love him. But out on land, I'm safe enough, and I know he can't run at me. I can easily sit here, even lay down here, not for long, but see how he's just showing his teeth, he's loving the sun, he could care less. He doesn't want to come and eat me, but if I do this, it's a bit of a different story. If I get further away from him, but closer to his water, look at what happens. Immediately, he wants to come and defend his territory. He knows that the water is his home. So for us, makes our job pretty simple. Just don't go swimming in croc territory, don't do what I'm doing today, don't stand so close to the water's edge, and don't overhang the water, and you'll be just fine. The reality is, crocodiles are the most easy to avoid out of any predator on planet Earth. They're not like bears, lions, tigers. They can't climb, they can't run fast. Only in the water do you have a problem. Now, the reason why we stress this, the reason why we want you to be safe in croc territory, one, obviously, is so you don't get eaten, but two, for the crocodile's sake as well. Because when an attack occurs, when that horrible event happens, the crocs are branded as these evil, ugly monsters going around killing people. But as you've seen today, that's not the case. It's only when we break the simple rules and get into their territory that a problem happens. So, I reckon we're at the point in the show now where Murray's given us some good strikes, he's got a bit of tucker, but I think we should really get him fired up. What do you think? Yeah. Now, there's something particular that he really enjoys, and that's called the Deathroll, so we'll show you that. Alright. So, we've got a nice big piece of food here, and this is replicating what he'd do with a big animal if he caught it out in the wild. Croc of Murray's size, he'd definitely be looking at big pigs, maybe even little cows. Over this way, mate. Alright. Come, Murray. There's that strike. Over here, mate. Over here. He grabs it, and then he takes it back into the water. Now, as that animal starts to struggle, there's a few tactics he'll use. And one of those is the Deathroll. There it is. Go for another one over here. He loves this. Come, Murray. Oh, there's another one. Another Deathroll. How good is that? Alright. Whoa. Trying to pull my arms out of the sockets. Move him around. Alright. Now, they'll use these techniques to disorient an animal, pull it off its feet, and drown it even quicker. And it's an amazing tactic that they'll use. Go for one more. Oh, how's that? Jeez, I felt that. Come on, come on. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Now, sometimes they're silly and they let go of their food. But this food item is very silly and goes back into the water again. Now, what do you reckon, mate? Put one more in you? Yeah, alright. We'll cut it. Right, we'll cut it. Right. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Hang on, I'll straighten up. Alright. Give that a go. Boy, Murray. Big end for Murray. Well done, mate. Good job, Murray. See now, when he gets that big piece of food and he swallows it down, notice how he just gulps it in one go. And that's because crocs can't chew. They've got to swallow a food item whole. What they'll do, if they catch a big animal, something my size or bigger, they'll grab it, put their head high up out of the water, and they'll actually head shake, break off pieces, and then eat it. Just fascinating. But as you can probably tell, at this point, Murray and I are both pretty tired. We're pretty booked. So, got to get this big boy home, and I reckon, at this point in the show, really only one thing left to do. So, I'll leave you with a good note, and that is, Crocs rule! Have a good one, guys! See you later!
Up to the big screen.
Your phone in my bag?
Yeah. Oh, here comes Robert. He's not dead yet.